everyone, I'm Anna Runkle, also known as the Crappy Childhood Fairy. And today I just wanted to give you a sneak peek into my online course, Dating and Relationships for People with Childhood PTSD. Now, most of this course is about the early stages of meeting someone and forming a relationship. But this one video is all about being in a relationship, and specifically how to keep your brain and emotions regulated even when you're under stress, even when you feel ignored or abandoned by your partner, and even when you're in the middle of an argument. Because that's one of the side effects of a childhood that had abuse and neglect, right? We struggle with relationships sometimes. It's hard to get in them, and when we're in them, we're triggered all the time. So in this video, I talk about some of the simple strategies you can use to stay present and keep your emotions level so that you can enjoy your relationship and create a sense of trustworthiness and safety for your loved one. Here we go. Now, much to my surprise, when I actually married the guy I'd loved and wanted to marry for 5 long years, it did not fix my childhood PTSD. There are many ways that being in a committed relationship is healing, but there are even more ways that it can bring your old wounds back to the surface. So here are some guidelines for growing your capacity to be a level-headed, reliable, and emotionally regulated mate now and throughout the course of a committed relationship. So now and always, you want to take care of your brain. And this means getting a healthy amount of sleep, eating healthy proteins, not a huge amount of sugar and carbs, moving your body around, and staying connected with friends and groups and nature. Childhood PTSD people are attracted to isolation, but we never do well there. So of course I'm going to suggest to you that you stick with the practices that you already know help you stay regulated. A lot of us give those up when we fall in love, and generally speaking, this quickly leads to problems that bring us crawling right back to the techniques that got us ready for love in the first place. So do what works for you. And of course, I'm recommending that you stick with the daily practice of writing fears and resentments and following that with meditation. By now, if you're in a committed relationship with someone, they've seen how much this helps you, and they support you in taking time out to care for yourself. Now, generally, partners will take your cue on whether this is important. If you tend to discard your self-care routines, they're less likely to respect them either. So your best bet is just stick to your principles on this one and follow the routines on good days and bad days that help you keep your head and your heart happy. Another regulating strategy is to do what I call keeping oxygen flowing in your relationship. You don't want to be an airtight container. You want ventilation. This means you don't spend all your time together, even if you're married. It's really important to maintain activities and friendships and things that you do on your own time. Now, sometimes it takes practice getting the balance right, and the amount of time you spend with your partner or not with your partner can vary with whatever your circumstances are or the stage of life you're in. But because you have childhood PTSD and you may have a tendency to get dysregulated, and because your attachment mechanisms can be kind of herky-jerky, you can support yourself by always keeping some activities and friend time just for you. Now, once your relationship is committed, either you're engaged or you're actually married, here are a few things that I've learned that can help keep a relationship safe and even keel. Safe and even keel, by the way, are very good things for those of us with childhood PTSD. So first, be trustworthy. If you want a committed relationship to grow closer or a not yet committed relationship to move toward commitment, just give yourself over to always telling the truth, but gently, always doing what you say you're going to do with good cheer, and never giving cause for jealousy or bitterness. Be sensitive to how you talk about your mate when you're around other people, and be sensitive to how you handle yourself in front of the important people in their life, their family, their coworkers and friends. Build them up a little bit. Don't exaggerate, and also don't nag or dominate them. In addition to being trustworthy, you want to be present for them, and this means taking time to listen at the end of the day and giving your full attention, at least some of the time. Childhood PTSD can make us kind of self-centered and always taking the temperature on how we're feeling and whether our needs are met. But it's important to make room to care about the other person too. And finally, look for ways to make your relationship about something more than just your relationship. For some people, this comes in the form of building a family together. Sometimes you'll be partners in building a home or a nest egg. But a really positive thing to do that benefits every part of your lives together is to be of service together.